FIM Plus implements full file integrity monitoring for mainframes. As an enterprise tool, we provide continuous monitoring for ZOS, all of its subsystems like JES, CICS, or DB2, and any applications that you select. FIM Plus checks executables, JCL and proclives, APF libraries, and configuration parameters. It also uses the same checksum processing to provide rapid integrity validation for backups and image copies. Encrypted datasets can be verified without decrypting. USS and all Unix file systems on the mainframe are also supported. FIM Plus detection runs scans on a scheduled or on-demand basis. The first scan creates a baseline set of keys, also called a whitelist, from a trusted version of your system and application components. The keys are stored in an encrypted vault. Subsequent scans generate a new set of up-to-the-minute keys and compares them to the baseline version. If the keys are the same, we say everything is good and write a success record to the FIM log. And if enabled, your SIEM logs. FIM Plus continues to do scanning on a regular basis, decided by the customer. Typically, we find that everything matches and there aren't any problems. However, one day we encounter an unknown change. Then FIM Plus raises a real-time email or text alert and sends it to members of your response team. When they get the alert, all I have to do is click on the email, and that brings up our automated forensics GUI. Since FIM scans every component, the instant the GUI starts up, you can see everything that was affected, and you know the scope of the attack. You also know the interval in which the attack took place. The last success record defines the beginning of the period, and the time of the failing scan, the end. Once we know the interval, we can simply go to SMF and fetch up to the second access records, but only the ones for the failing components within the attack interval. This can reduce the number of records to be reviewed by an order of magnitude or more, and that means a faster response with the right information and less chance of errors. Now you know who did it and exactly when. The next question, was it approved? Since we know the components affected, we can go out and confirm with the customer's change control tool that it was supposed to change. A single click takes us out to perhaps a ServiceNow remedy or remedy instance running in the cloud or on some other platform. We locate any associated change records, and then we check to see if this component should have been updated. If so, fetch any available reason data and display it in the interface as well. But what happens if there was no change record? Now we have a problem. For text-based components like config files or parm settings, FIM Plus can invoke a side-by-side compare program. Now you can compare the baseline copy to the current copy to tell if it was just a comment line that changed or whether there's something more sinister at work. Meanwhile, an alert could be escalating through your SIEM product like Splunk or QRadar. It turns out that communication between FIM Plus and the SIEM tool is bidirectional. That means someone working on the SIEM can request services from FIM Plus, like initiating an on-demand scan. Also, status info and informational records can be interchanged. That's real interoperation. And now you get a much more functional response from your SIEM. Action required? Suppress the alarm, or if it was a real malicious attack, call out the troops. If you need to start recovery, of course, FIM Plus is there to help. The recovery assistant knows when things were last correct, so it can build restore jobs using the correct backup datasets and restore the failed components. Then you can get back to your desired state and, of course, run a final verification scan to prove that everything came back correctly. If that isn't enough, FIM Plus adds real-time early warning and alerts. That is accomplished by scanning SMF records for suspicious activity. Most hackers now compromise backups before destroying their real targets. This prevents you from recovering after the attack. However, FIM Plus has already verified your backups, so you can recover. But just as importantly, it can provide an early warning of an impending malicious attack. Like an alert from any source, FIM Plus automated forensics and scanning capabilities can be invoked in stream. So now you're covered both on a scheduled basis and in real time. All of your security tools work together to eliminate the gaps that hackers can exploit. FIM Plus installs in a few hours, so you can save time the first day and every day after that. And you can get those gaps between your existing security products solved by interoperation. If a problem occurs in your site, who gets hung out? Typically, that's everybody. For more information on our automated forensics, DevOps, or other integration points, please refer to our website, maintegrity.com, or our YouTube channel under Maintegrity. Mainframes are high-value targets. Protect them well.